Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test. All right, welcome everyone to another episode of the Nostalgia Test Podcast. I'm Dan Dissinger here in LA, and I'm here with my longtime friend and co-host, Manny Coelho, there in New York. Manny, how are you doing tonight?
What is going on? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe and share and sign up for the newsletter. So this way you know when episodes drop. Go to lithologybrewing.com. It's always on my mind, Dan. It's always on my mind.
Shameless plugs.
This is also sponsored by lithologybrewing.com, which I am an owner and brewer of in Farmingdale. Lithologybrewing.com, 12 beers on taps, rotating tap handles every 2 weeks. Go to lithologybrewing.com. Check it out.
Shameless plugs.
Back to the podcast, though. Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast. We're here. Dan, you asked me how I was doing. I'm good, and I'm excited to get to the next test. This one's a list, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys haven't been here for a list, lists are great because they go quick, and we just bang right through all the tests. This one was suggested by Dan. Dan, what we did this on the stereo on our last minute or impromptu stereo. We came up with this one. So
yeah, sometimes we jump on that stereo app, so you want to follow us on that too. But we were thinking of a new episode and we wanted to do a list, and we came up with this idea. We bounced some ideas around, and what we're going to put to the nostalgia test today are 5 theme songs from 1980s movies. Basically, the songs that either come up in the end or opening credits or somewhere in the film, but a big song that happened during that time in the 1980s for that film. So we have an amazing list, I feel like, of songs. And oh boy. So today what we're going to be putting to the test is Kenny Loggins' song Footloose from the movie Footloose, Take My Breath Away by Berlin from the movie Top Gun, Rhythm of the Night by DeBarge from an outstanding movie, The Last Dragon, No Easy Way Out by Robert Tepper from Rocky IV, and Flash from the movie Flash Gordon by Queen.
Holy nostalgia.
And that's our list. Manny, first opening thoughts on our list.
So we're not reviewing the movie. Let's get that straight.
No,
we're not putting the movie to the test, because then we'll be here for hours.
Though I would say the movie and the songs, they coexist with one another.
They coexist. Like if you had a bad theme song, you have a pretty bad movie, I guess you would say.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that. But I mean, of course, we're probably going to say something while we're testing out the song about the movie. And then if we got to go deeper, this is the chance for our listeners to suggest a test.
Oh yeah.
Tell us to go deeper with that movie, or maybe you don't like a comment, because I know Dan's going to say something in this one on certain things that I like. So let's get started. What are we talking about? What do we want to go first here? Do we want to tell everybody the list? I mean, they probably, if you did. Oh man, yeah, dude, my brain is mush. My brain is mush, dude. I'm ready. Guys, it's late here when I record.
Oh,
hey, Dan's over there. Oh man, we got live drops now. Man, we're getting official.
I mean, we're getting official in this. But yeah, Manny, I already did the list. I told our guests the list. They have it. They wrote it down. They made some notes, and they're like, "We're ready."
Dan, I'm just so my mind is still concentrated on that on the Orange Years by Nickelodeon. I'm still stuck of being like, so if you guys haven't checked out episode 40, you need to go back and check out episode 40, and you need to go rent or buy the Orange Years.
Definitely go do
documentary about Nickelodeon. It is phenomenal.
But I think, Manny, we should start with something maybe to get you moving a little bit, get you grooving, shake up the blood. I think we start with Footloose. By Kenny Loggins. Yeah.
And you already know I don't need that many songs to get my feet to be loose. But
No. So
all
here we
right.
are. Footloose by Kenny Loggins from the movie Footloose starring Kevin Bacon. Manny, he's already shaking his head. He's shaking his head. But initial impressions, Manny, as soon as it comes on.
You
What do you
want
think?
me to say it? I want to hear from you because I know you're going to have less nice things to say about this song than me.
Okay,
I think so.
okay, before I do anything, Footloose is a song co-written and recorded by American singer-songwriter Kenny Loggins. It was released in January 1984 as the first of two singles by Loggins from the 1984 film of the same name, Footloose. The song was very well received. His most recognizable song recorded by Loggins. When the American Film Institute releases AFI's 100 Years and 100 Songs, Footloose reached number 96. The song was covered by country music artist Blake Shelton for the 2011 remake of the 1984 song. And one more thing, too, it was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song at the 1985 ceremony, but it lost to Stevie Wonder's I Just Called to Say I Love You from the movie The Woman in Red. So that's a little bit about Footloose, and its genre is yacht rock.
Yes, definitely.
Manny,
Can you hear this?
absolutely. And I don't want to hear it. No.
Yes. So hard. Oh my God. Dan.
I hate this
Dan.
song. Dude, I don't understand the love of this song. I don't get it. As soon as I started hearing it, I was just like, it's one of those songs that I feel like they thought about putting in Cocktail, but then we're like, you know what? It's already ridiculous. We don't have to put this in here.
Okay. So I think this song, why everybody likes this song, it makes you think about the movie. And in the movie, there's a lot of scenes of the dancing. Like, obviously, okay, if you watch this video, guys, I'm sure you'll check out the link
Dude,
Dan put in the thing.
yeah.
You're watching the whole movie, basically, right?
Yeah.
And you watch the whole, like, setup of him, like, you know, again, we're not trying to analyze this movie, but the movie, the video, you know, it's the basically of the scene where he is dancing, he's drinking whiskey or beer, and he's dancing in the warehouse, right? Like, people, like, I feel like when you hear this song out, right? First of all, you don't hear it that often. You probably only hear it at like 80 theme songs. Like, no one just pops this in. I mean, I guess I haven't. No, like I'm not listening to this at home in a playlist that I have, even in an 80s playlist. I'm just listening to this at like an 80s theme party, Halloween party, or something, right? And it does get me moving, bro. It gets me moving. And I think it's also because you're thinking about the dance scene, the prom scene, or whatever you want to call scene,
right?
That they're playing this. And I think like that's what brings why this song is bigger than it is. Than it should be.
Yeah. I mean, I think
and Kevin, if this is Kevin Bacon dancing in this video, man.
It's 100% not Kevin Bacon dancing. No,
dude,
if you watch the video.
Oh, right, yeah, the cuts.
The shots away from him, it's just like, that's some other guy dancing. And then when it is a close-up on him, and it's like him, it's so weird looking. Because it's Kevin Bacon. And so like it's like him trying to move his shoulders and trying to do like all this stuff. And it's just like, nah, bro. Just please stop.
But he grabs onto a wire cable and swings through this like warehouse, man. Like he's moving. I'm exhausted watching him jazzercise.
But that's the thing. It's not even dancing. What he's doing isn't even dancing. It's gymnastics.
Like, dude, all of a sudden he's on a bar.
Yeah, where did he get the bar? Where did the bar come from? And it's like, why? First of all, I think the 80s and 90s, there's this real obsession with kind of having construction site scenes. These warehouse or like construction site scenes are huge. I mean, flash dance as well. I mean, you know, all these things. Like,
I think it's like cheaper. That's why.
It looks dangerous. That they should
not. Yeah. No, let's not forget, like the movies, everything's a business. Like everything needs to make money. So like, warehouse with nothing really in it is cheaper to rent than, you know, a dance hall or a house
Right.
or dance floor. So like, why not make it look edgy and rent a warehouse?
So here's a funny thing. I went to Genius to look at the lyrics because I wanted to read the lyrics and see if there's any annotations. This
Sure.
is the first time I've ever made like looked for a song on Genius, brought it up, and no one annotated it. So there are no deeper meanings to any of these lyrics. This is all surface. This is all surface level.
Now, well, this song was made for the movie.
Yes.
Okay.
But usually there's some sort of annotation, like, oh, this references this part, or this references that idea, or this thing. No, this is all surface level. That's all it is. Like it's like
his foot is loose.
His foot is loose. He's got to cut loose. His foot is loose. He's got to kick off those Sunday shoes. And this is the part that I don't like. Please, Louise, pull me off of my knees. Jack, get back. Come on, before we crack. Lose your. It's like there's like this is no. This is the first time I've never seen any annotations ever. It's all surface level. This song.
I'm just trying to think about putting this like to our test here. So like. This is a tough one. I like this song. I don't love it. I like it in themed parties. I think it still works out. I guess it wouldn't pass the test then, because it's not like you said, like, I'm not like putting this on while I'm painting. like this song is to kick off a night out at like the Culture Club.
And how much are you listening? Like, that's the other thing. These songs, what's funny about a lot of these songs that are on this list, as I was listening to them, I'm like, all right, I'm going to listen to the end of the song, right? This song, I was just like, okay, it's still going. We're still going. And I'm like, to kick off the night on this song, it's like, you just need like, oh,
that's it. No.
Then shut it off.
That's it. Once you do the first Footloose part,
yeah,
you got this part, right?
Yeah.
This is getting you set up.
Yeah.
You're working so hard, right?
Uh-huh.
This is already too long.
It's already too long.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Punching the card.
Yeah, punching the card, which no one does.
Already too long.
It's already too long. He
all right, so then
way too much in the beginning. It's way too much.
Way too much. Oh yeah, look, it's still going. Oh, here it is.
He's finally gonna cut loose.
Minute at 109 is when he finally cuts loose.
Oh my god.
Gets Footloose. 109.
Wow.
I'm sorry. He cuts loose at 104.
So he cuts loose at 104.
Yes.
That's a minute and 4 seconds, and he didn't even cut loose yet.
No.
He still has his Sunday shoes on.
Gotta cut loose. 104.
Okay. That's the thing. That's a minute and 4. I can already put on a new song. I'm already like, all right, the night started. We don't need that much of that song to get my night started. In fact, that's an intense night. If that's the one that's getting me started, then I feel like...
and that's also a song you can't start in the middle of it. Like, it's not like you could be like, right? You needed the build up.
Yeah, I would say in the beginning.
You need that first like build up.
Yeah, but
like gotta. Like, that's a minute and 9.
Oh, God.
It's like this part right here.
Yeah.
7 seconds. 8 seconds. Look, I'm getting pumped here. We're getting a circle. We're getting in. And then, right, hold on. I'm gonna do a mix here. There it is.
Oh my God. But it's so ridiculous. Like, no, some of these lyrics are so ridiculous. Halfway down, it goes, say, obeying every rule, I'll dig away down in your heart. That doesn't sound great. Like, yeah. I'll dig away down in your heart. You're burning, yearning for songs. Somebody to tell you that life ain't a passing you by. I'm trying to tell you, it will if you don't even try. You could fly if you'd only cut loose.
Damn.
Ooh-wee, Marie, shake it for me. Whoa.
See, there is a deeper meaning, though.
No, okay, wait a second. All these names in this are ridiculous, and it's like, whoa, Milo, I think is Milo a character in this movie?
No, maybe. I don't know. I mean, obviously the song is about, cutting loose and not everything's so serious.
Right.
Just relax, take your time. You can't be living just to work. You gotta dance. Get 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 in a circle, put my pocketbooks down and dance.
Hey,
Jane
Mike,
Cook, baby.
I gotta dance. We're gonna
Mike,
dance, bro.
we're dancing tonight. Fuck girls. We're dancing tonight.
Oh my god, it's
All right, so
such a weird song. I don't know.
all right, Dan. Let's put it to the test.
Let's put it to the test.
Another Hasselhoff hit.
I'm gonna say this about Footloose, that I'm not necessarily ever gonna hear it, want to listen to it again. But I'm not gonna say it's bad. I would say that's a super nostalgic song. Obviously, it comes on. It's nostalgic. I don't think it passes the nostalgia test. I don't think that. And I think the reason that people might go, well, I play it at parties, but like you said, I'm playing it at a themed party. I'm not playing it like, hey, we're having a cookout. Let's put on Footloose.
No.
Yeah, that's not set in the vibe that I want. Like it's like, hey, we're kicking back. We're having like people over. You know what's a great song to play? Footloose. No, that's ruining the entire situation, in my opinion. Unless everyone is dressed like they live.
Lot more songs I can play that will get people pumped up. So I'm agreeing with you. Super nostalgic. Makes me think about the movie. The movie definitely should be put to the test. I think I like the movie, but I'm sure it's really doesn't hold up in a lot of different ways this time. But
Manny, why don't you choose the next one?
I'm gonna go with "Rhythm of the Night," which was the official song to The Last Dragon, which, by the way, is a phenomenal movie.
Oh, I'm so glad that you've seen this movie because because a lot
The
of
Last Dragon. Who hasn't?
a lot of people, dude. Sometimes
What?
The Last Dragon. Everyone out here listening, if you've never seen The Last Dragon, you need to see it. It's sometimes listed as Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. It's a 1985 American martial arts comedy film. It is probably one of the I think one of the coolest like kung fu karate films ever created. I think everyone needs to it's ridiculous. I'm not
It's
saying that
ridiculous.
it's totally out of hand. But I think like the artist named Leroy Green.
Leroy,
Oh God,
who's
dude.
your master? Who's
So
the
good.
master? Show enough.
Yeah, show enough. And this guy attempted to send a message to Leroy by destroying the Green family pizza restaurant. Everything in this movie is outstanding.
Dude, this movie needs to be put to the test, and
Yeah.
most of this movie is exactly what it knows what it is, and it's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
It is a phenomenal movie.
that's right. That's right. Now, let's talk about Rhythm of the Night.
Okay, so first of all, I was expecting. So just in the other video, you basically saw a scene of the movie. Here,
That's right.
you don't see any of this.
No.
This is just the official music video of the Rhythm of the Night.
And I think because they didn't write this song for the movie, right? I mean, I think like unlike Footloose, that song was specifically written for the film,
Yes.
right? I mean, there's a couple songs like that on here. I mean, I would say, right?
Yeah.
So you have Rhythm of the Night. It's just the song, and then you have them putting it into the film, into the
Yeah.
dude. Let me just say that this song made me really happy when I heard it.
Did it?
Yeah, I don't know why. Actually, it's the song I played the most, I think, out of all these songs when we were prepping for this episode.
Really? That's
Yeah.
shocking. This is shocking. Because I can tell you, I'm after this, which is a minute, I'm done. After a minute and 10 seconds. I mean, I like the beat. I like the steel drum band. I get it. I don't know what it is.
I like this way better than Footloose.
Really?
I feel like I could put this on before going out that night, and I could leave this on, right? But with Footloose, there's nothing. You can't have conversations over Footloose. It's like if people come over, they're hanging out, you're gonna go out. It's like, oh, let's throw some music on, right? Now, if I throw Footloose on, everyone's like talking. Also, it's like, and everyone's just like, I guess we don't talk anymore. We just erratically move and try to do gymnastics. But like if Rhythm of the Night comes on, I feel like people can just like kind of be moving around, like doing, mingling about and having a drink before they go out.
Okay.
It's not overpowering the situation. Like, notice the people dancing in this video versus the dancing from the Footloose video.
I do. I mean, they're like a flash mob,
A very
right?
well dressed flash mob. I mean, amazing.
Yeah, very well dressed. They're at a gas station, and then all of a sudden they're at like a skating area. No, at like a drive-through.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I'm hearing it now, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess because also I probably heard this song a lot because as soon as it came on, I was like, oh, this song. I mean, my sister and my mom used to play music all the time. So like, and my mom loved like playing, R&B music and stuff like that in the house or in the car or anything. And I feel like I've heard the song a million times for some reason.
So I will say to you that at like 2 minutes and 40 seconds, when like this part, like the real breakdown, awesome.
Well, that's the thing. This song at least has an arc. Like, Footloose like,
yeah,
starts here at the top, right?
Oh yes,
like,
definitely.
And it just plateaus there. Where like Rhythm of the Night does this thing where it's like, all right, we're gonna start out, and then all of a sudden we're gonna build, and we're up here now, and then we're gonna, and it's just like,
yeah. I mean, it's a proper dance song. It's a dance. It's a song that gets your heart beating slowly, and then faster and faster and faster and faster until the 2 minute and 40 second mark, and everybody's like, yeah. So I
feel
agree.
like Footloose is like an exorcism.
I I agree. I think I'm gonna take back my statement. I think it started off slow, so I was just like, all right, I'm done with this, right? But like, yeah, like the 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Wow, like I all of a sudden want to get in the rhythm of the night.
You want to get into the rhythm of the night.
Yeah, like these guys are so happy walking down the street.
First of all, I need to like just a little bit about DeBarge because like people, like,
please.
I mean, really
tell us about some facts about DeBarge.
Hold on, here we are. DeBarge was an American musical recording group composed of several members of the DeBarge family. In addition to various solo projects completed by members of the family, DeBarge was active between 1979 to 1989. The group originally consisted of Mark, Randy, Bunny, and Elle. James joined the group a year later for the second album. Bobby and Chico joined in 1987 and 1988, respectively, replacing Bunny and Elle. Now, they released 6 studio albums, 4 of them with Motown's Gordy Records. So there you go. So like Gordy, Gordy Berry, Berry Gordy, produced The Last Dragon, and Gordy Records. So like Berry Gordy definitely had a say in like creating the soundtrack, obviously, for The Last Dragon, and put that on here. Now, I mean, I thought it was a really great song. I feel that it made me happy. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it didn't make me happy. I did feel good. I feel good listening to it. I don't know about you seem mind blown off of this. So
I don't know why.
I'm gonna say that it just remains nostalgic to me, but it does make me think about an awesome freaking movie, and that helps it a little bit. The song really isn't in that much of the movie. It's only in the parts when they're in the club and at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But that movie is phenomenal, and I don't know if I want to ruin my childhood by watching it and putting it to the test, but I think we need to.
We're definitely gonna need to, because like it's one of those amazing films that like
I feel like it's a cult classic too. Like, okay, you might say that people have never seen this, but people who've seen it, because like there's the show enough. Who's the master? Show enough. Like, somebody will repeat that.
Yeah.
It's like Leroy. There's
the glow.
movie. The movie is crazy. It's crazy. What is the other comic? Oh, Little Trouble, Big China, or Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, with Russell.
Yeah. They're apparently trying to redo that with The Rock.
Oh, they shouldn't.
Like those movies
so
can't be done.
problematic to begin with.
That movie is ridiculous.
You can't redo.
But that movie's kind of like this. It's kind of like a comedy. Like it knows where it's at. Like there's a level of cheesiness and a level of insulting everyone that's in it and every walk of life, if you will.
I mean, we've said it on this podcast before. No one should remake any 80s films. Like just
just step away. Like especially the ones that are like so bad they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Like don't remake them.
No,
just stop.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say that Rhythm of the Night by DeBarge for me passes the nostalgia test. So I'm passing this song. Yeah, definitely.
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take. Oh.
Dan coming in with that drop.
But yeah,
hot take drop. Okay, so the next time I find myself in California, or if we're out at a bar somewhere when we actually can like touch each other, Dan, get fluxed up. You need to play that song. Like you need to put that on a jukebox, and I want to see the faces. I want to see at 2 minutes and 40 seconds what people are like.
We'll see. Like maybe it won't.
Maybe what we should do is put all these songs in the jukebox and see where it goes.
Okay, if we're putting on, there's gonna be some problems when we get to like no easy way out. It's like everyone's gonna be like, oh.
That song is not a song you play at a jukebox. All right, so next song. I'm gonna go. Well, I'm saving the two good ones, but we're gonna go Queen Flash.
Invincible paint on her head.
Okay. Flash. Before we get into the song, what do you feel about this movie? Right off the bat, don't analyze it. Don't even just yes or no.
Yes or no. Like I just got a yes or no.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
What is this thing?
Oh, it's a ridiculous movie, but for some reason I say yes. Because I need to rewatch it because I want to know that it laughed at itself. I'm not sure if it did or if like it was supposed to be this bad.
I've been thinking about some movies from the 80s that are just like, did they know they were bad or they were just doing it like over the top? Like, I mean, that movie is what is happening in that film.
That movie's just selling Sylvester Stallone.
He didn't even want to do it.
No.
He didn't want to do that film. But I think they paid him so much money. He's like, of course, whatever. But when you think of like the Flash Gordon movie, I mean, it's supposed to be like a rock opera, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's rock or opera. I don't know what it was. Like, I feel like it was like The Wizard of Oz, and they were just like, throw that script out and just like put him in space.
I don't know, man. It was odd. And I was like, were they trying to like do a Marvel comic that didn't go anywhere with the actual Flash? Like, what was it? I don't know. Well, that's what we got to. I just want to put that to the test because I need to know more about it.
I think we have to put that to the test. We're going to have to put Masters of the Universe to the test because I saw that when I was a kid. We're going to have to put Over the Top to the test. I mean, there's movies out there that I saw when I was a kid and I was like, yes. But now I'm like, oh no. Like, especially Masters of the Universe. I don't even know what that was.
Dude, that movie was terrible.
But
that's like up there with like Suburban Commando.
Oh, we have to watch that movie.
All right. So
isn't that the movie that had the song, "It's a nice place to live, but I wouldn't want to visit"? Isn't that in that movie, Suburban?
I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. I think I brought up Suburban Commando in episode 41, Airborne, about. Did I get deep with that? Like why and why? Oh, I didn't. I thought I did. I thought I did. The thing
that got deep in Airborne was just like
how terrible the movie was, or how terrible you thought the movie was.
A classroom scene. Anyway, people, check out episode 41, Airborne. Tell us what you think because I hate it.
It's rad. Tubular, bro. Okay. So that's a nostalgia test tangent.
Shameless plugs.
So, guys, if you like Nostalgia Test podcast, please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe and like.
Follow us on all social media outlets that you can find us and where you can get podcasts: Podbean, Spotify, Apple. This song,
Yeah, this song.
dude.
Are you a fan of Queen?
Yes, I am. Are you?
Yeah, I love Queen. I think Queen's a great band, and they have written some of the best rock songs of all time. And then there's this song,
What do you
and
mean?
that's got me ball. And I don't understand what they were thinking. I don't understand what they were thinking.
Somebody who they were friends with the director.
I guess. I guess they didn't really like them too much. I mean, Friends. I mean, this is a song that I like when I heard when I was a kid, and everyone was like, yeah, this is a Queen song. I'm like, no. I'm like, don't tell me that. I'm like, don't tell me that. And they're like, no, yeah, it's a Queen song. I'm like, oh no. You know what I mean?
But did they make this song for the movie?
Yeah, so if you watch the video, right? Like the video shows them in front of the movie. So like
Sure.
there's a screen and it's playing. And yeah, they wrote this officially, I think, for the film. If we look at some of it, let's see. Flash is a song
Yo,
by British rock band Queen, written by guitarist Brian May. Flash is the theme song of the 1980 film Flash Gordon. There are two versions of the song. The album version is in fact the start to the movie with all the dialogue, and the single version contains dialogue cut from various parts of the movie, most memorably Brian Blessed's character exclaiming, "Gordon's alive!" And this version was also included on the Greatest Hits compilation from 1981.
why was this included in the greatest hits compilation?
That I have no idea, because that makes no sense to me. This song is just, I don't know. Like I feel like this song, in my opinion, for a band like Queen, I looked at it and I listened to it and it was tragic in my opinion. It was just tragic.
I'm not really sure. I feel like this is them just trying to be weird. I mean, they were always like kind of weird, but like it's just all over the place.
Yeah, like this part is like Freddie Mercury is one of the greatest vocalists ever. Why do a song like this? Like, did they need that much money?
Maybe. Dude, there's something behind this song. And it ends so weird too.
Yeah, Flash is only 14 hours. Let's just save the world, right? Isn't that like how it goes?
Yeah.
What is that? Like, why?
This is yeah. And it kind of reminds me of Mom and Dad Save the World.
Oh my
You know
god.
how like that movie was crazy too.
Unreal. That this is a song by the same group who wrote Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, man.
I don't know why this song was ever played on the radio. I don't know why it was ever something that was a single. I don't think you need to put it out as a single.
How is this a radio song?
I can't imagine. Imagine listening to the radio and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, that was Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. Next we have Flash by Queen.
No, I couldn't imagine, bro, because this is like something that you find on like Sirius XM on like the Deep Cuts channel. You're telling me this was on the radio, like I'm going to work and I can't change the channel because I only have one station that's coming in through the static and I have to listen to this song?
Where are you going to work?
Well, I'm saying back then.
Post-apocalyptic moment.
What I'm saying is back then, like you got that little knob, you're trying to get the orange line to get in line. You finally got to, 92 point whatever, and you're like, oh, it's coming in clear. And then you're like, oh, look, it's Pink Floyd. Awesome. And then Flash. Now you're stuck with that.
You're stuck with that.
You're stuck with that song because you're not touching the knob anymore. You don't want to move that orange line because you might get stuck with news radio at that point. So like, and you know what's coming in clearly is just AM. You don't even have FM at this point. But you're listening to AM Flash. You just heard The Wall, and then this comes on.
You just heard The Wall, and then it's like. Dum 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 Flash.
And there's an accident. There's an accident ahead, so you're gonna be here through this whole song. All right, dude. I can't. I'm gonna start repeating myself on this one.
Yeah.
This is a terrible song. This is terrible. I wouldn't even say it's nostalgic. No. I would say the movie I wanted to say the movie Yes Passes just because it's so bad, but I want to watch it. It's probably it looks like it would be like Power Rangers,
I
like
put it.
dubbed.
I have it down. I'm making a list as we're speaking
Okay.
of movies because like we need to put these to the test. But I have to agree, and a part of me, and I feel really bad saying this, we might have a new category of like bad. It might be like then something is really bad. It might be like flash bad.
You might be right. It might be like, okay, this movie was trying to be bad, and then it was even worse than bad. It was like, like Killer Clowns, but like worse than Killer Clowns.
Like this song, I have to agree.
Will
It's
it be as
bad.
bad as Hunk though?
Oh my God,
We
we
gotta
have
watch Hunk.
Yeah, I have to say, like, I think I feel bad saying this because I love Queen and I love I love Queen as a band and their music, but I do not like this song. It's not even nostalgic. I really rush to change the station or rush to skip this
Wow.
whenever I have to hear it. I don't like it. It makes me angry because like I don't know why they did this.
I'm gonna save the the best for last. So the next one was still a great movie, which is a movie that will be put to the test, and I already know how I'm gonna feel about it because my bromance that I have with the gentleman that's in this movie.
Gentleman that is in this. I already know how I feel about the gentleman in this movie.
We're talking about Take My Breath Away, Tom Cruise. I mean, Take My Breath Away.
Holy nostalgia.
Manny, take my breath away, Tom Cruise. That's got me ball.
Oh, yes. All right. We're talking about take my breath away.
If we made T-shirts, that would be the T-shirt. Take my breath away, Tom Cruise. People start making T-shirts for us. Who knows? We need free work.
We need it. If someone's out there that makes T-shirts, send us some T-shirts.
Oh my God.
Make the quote. Oh, okay, Dan.
Okay.
First of all, let's talk about this video right away. This video, you don't need to watch the movie. Just watch this video. It's the highlights. It's the fucking highlights.
When I watched, it, I was like, "Oh, that's the film." The only thing I needed to know was like, are they fighting real fighters from another country? I was like, I always thought it was just exercise.
Yeah, they're just supposed to be training, but then they run into the issue. Yeah, that's why he was inverted.
Oh my God, dude! This song, like a funny thing though, this song reminds me of that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they're doing the dance marathon, and Charlie has like a whole choreographed dance to this song. And the song starts, he's like, da, 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 and then it cuts to the next scene, and like, oh my God, how do you remember all that choreography? But that's what it reminds me of. But this song, man, I mean, you said it, take my breath away.
Dude.
Oh.
This song, here's the thing about this though, and a lot of love songs, like this song comes on in a bar. You can't you can't just listen to this song. Like it can't be played the whole way. Like there's certain songs that just can't, like, what are you doing? What are you doing a minute in? Like, it's a 4 minute and 15 second song.
And the verses, like they're only 4 small sentences each, but this song takes 4 minutes to get through it. And I was like, I remember I was listening to some like, this is still happening? I was like, what is going on? And I remember in the film in Top Gun, this whole song has to do with that sex scene, right?
Is it?
I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh, it might be that part.
Then that's like one of
the
longest sex scenes of all time. Unless
long, man. They made fun of it in Hot Shots. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I mean, we should have just a little bit of facts, I guess, about First of all,
Dude, the way she kisses him on top of the bike, though,
whoa,
ridiculous. Like, what is
it,
happening?
it's like they're trying to prove something. Uh,
Yeah.
so, Take My Breath Away is a song written by Giorgio Moroder and Tom Whitlock for the 1986 film Top Gun, performed by American new wave band Berlin. It won the Academy Award for Best Original Song, as well as the Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song in 1986. They were asked by Jerry Bruckheimer, who co produced Top Gun, to write a song for the film. He first wrote Danger Zone, which was recorded by Kenny Loggins to write something for, and then happy with the result, Bruckheimer then requested a slower song for a romantic scene. Once Morador had written the musical backing to what would become Take My Breath Away, he recorded a demo which featured a distinctive bass sound on a synthesizer that would later be used on the actual recording. I mean, there's so much more to be said, I guess, about this song. But also, you're right. It just shows the entire movie. The entire video is just the entire
I'm
movie.
surprised they even allow this, the movie theater, because this is the full movie. Like, I was thinking, like, oh man, I have to watch this again. I haven't watched it in a while. We're gonna put it to the test. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to. Like, this is the cliff notes of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Is
Yeah.
this official video? Is
Yeah.
this the official? It might not be the official
I
video.
don't know. I think it said official video.
Oh my god! But you know, the scene they left out was the volleyball scene.
I mean, because because it was already too sexy. The video. I mean, if you're gonna put the Top Gun volleyball scene in the video, I mean, people are just going to lose their minds.
Yeah.
So, is this the song still going on right now since the beginning?
No.
Because I like.
No, I put it back. I put it back.
Oh man, no, you're right though. This is not a song you can casually just put on.
No, this has to like. When do you put this song on? Imagine if people are still using this song to like make love to. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be like, hey babe. Like what I feel like this song just gets put on like when you talk about Top Gun. Like where are you playing this song? Where are you?
I don't know.
It's a good song, but like where are you playing this song?
No, you're right. I
The
think
same thing like with like Don't Let the Water Run Dry. Like all the slow songs, you're just like I'm gonna next time I'm behind the bar, I'm actually gonna start doing a Tuesday shift. I'm gonna play just love songs, and this is gonna be on repeat.
Dude,
Take My Breath Away.
I'm telling you, we need to do a weird live episode at your brewery because it seriously is one of the funniest things. If that shit was just in there and constantly playing, I want to be there to see what people are saying or what they're doing because there's no way that they can just casually go about what they're doing in the bar while Take My Breath Away by Berlin is playing.
Someone's belting it out. Someone's gonna belt it out at one point.
Is someone really drunk, just like,
right? Or that's a way to kick somebody out. Like it's last call. It's last call, and like everybody's got to leave.
This kind of song just like takes up space in the room. It doesn't just happen. Like this is like you're sitting next to this song. It just takes up space. There's no way it can be ignored.
Oh no!
But you're right.
It takes your breath away. Bro, this song is 4 minutes long. It's crazy.
All right.
So, I'm saying, I don't know. I think it passes the test. I think I mean, as a love song, I think it's a good song. I think it still holds up. I think if you are into slow songs where like there's a reason for it, I think this is a good song.
So it passes.
For me, yes.
This is a hard one because I think that it, of course, is a really good song. I'm also like thinking about it being like,
when would you play this?
When would I play this? If I say it passes the nostalgia test, then I'll be like, yeah, of course, I would play this or want to hear it, or well, you know what? I'm gonna say passes the nostalgia test, and because I think there are reasons to play this. There are moments you could play this, and I think it's also still very enjoyable. I think like when I heard it, of course, it's funny. There's just so much around it, but I think like definitely taken in by it immediately. You know what I mean? There's no way around it. You
Yeah,
know.
and I can't wait to watch Maverick, the second Top Gun that's coming out.
Oh right.
Because he shot it with special planes where all the actors were actually in the planes being flown around, feeling the G's on their faces because he's crazy and he has that much money to shoot these films. His next venture is he wants to do a film in space.
Shut up! Shut up!
I mean,
Take my breath away, Tom Cruise. Put it on a t-shirt. Hashtag
God.
Nostalgia Test Podcast.
I need to remind everybody, if you're listening and you have yet to subscribe, please subscribe to the podcast, like, share, follow us on Instagram and on Facebook, Twitter, comment, let us know what you would like us to test, and let us know if you agree with all the other tests.
Baby, I like a raw. Baby, I like a raw. It's so funny when nowadays they try to say that like music is so much dirtier than it was back in the day, but
Yeah,
it's the same. Like there were
of course.
really bad songs,
Dude,
like dirty songs that we were talking about.
there was literally an artist called Old Dirty Bastard, which, rest in peace, probably came out one of the best albums ever. But
Yeah.
I mean, like, how can you say anything that it's like, it's all.
But it's like, oh no, our songs aren't that dirty in the 80s and 90s. It's like, yeah, okay. So,
And that's a nostalgia test tangent.
Dan, so we're
Yeah,
now
absolutely.
on to the last one. Here
Oh
it is.
my God.
One of my favorites. This song is definitely not played at bars. This song is played alone when you're at the gym, when you're just thinking about this. Another one of my, favorite movies of all times.
I mean,
this thing always plays. This movie, there's always an argument in my head about which movie was better, Rocky 1 or Rocky 4.
that's a hard one.
Okay.
That's a hard one.
Some would argue Rocky 3 was the best.
The fight's not long enough, though, I think, at the end.
Okay. But that's because it's a very long movie. But
not as long as Rocky 2, but like that's a whole other conversation. But
yeah. This is a whole, we the Rocky franchise is getting put to the test, ladies and gentlemen. You got to stay tuned for this. And, we want to hear from you of what's the order you like the Rockies. Because I've said that I actually like, there's times that I like 4, 1, 3, 2, 5. No, 1, 4, 1, 3, 2, Balboa, 5. And yes, I'm putting Balboa in it. Rocky Balboa is part of the franchise.
Of course it is. How can it not?
And if you want to argue with me, go scratch. Okay.
I mean,
sue me.
It has to.
Sue me for what?
Holy nostalgia.
It has to be because like it ends the franchise. I mean, without Balboa, the movie it just continues.
Yeah, and you don't get the best speech of all time about not how hard you hit, is how hard you get hit, and you keep going, and you get up and keep going. Like, dude, there's memes from that movie.
It's a
memes.
Good one. It's
outside talking to his son, who was supposed to be his real son. So he was really talking to his actor's son, but he was giving the message to his real son, which, by the way, rest in peace. Obviously, we found out later on he was going through some stuff, but that movie was definitely part of the franchise.
100%. It has to be. It's impossible to have the whole Rocky thing going on without that. If you don't have that, it literally makes no sense. We'll go through that when we get there, but I mean,
we're gonna get there, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We got some movies to go watch. All right, so
nice
we are
at tangent right there.
And that's a nostalgia test tangent.
That's right. All right, Rocky 4, No Easy Way Out. One of the best montages in a montage in a montage.
Unreal.
Okay.
Unreal.
Because we're watching him, he just got in a fight with Adrian. She says he can't win.
You can't win.
You can't win. And he gets in his Porsche. Right? It's his Porsche or whatever car it is.
Ferrari, isn't it? It's a
Ferrari. Has to be. He's Italian.
That's gonna be more.
Guys, if you guys want to give us some commercials other than Mythology Brewing and Flux Coffee, get fluxed up. Let us know.
Oh.
So
Drink Flux.
So I think,
right, so Dan, do you want to
Robert Tepper? No Easy Way Out by Robert Tepper. Just a little bit before we go a little crazy, because one, I have a lot to say about just the video itself, because I mean the video. Okay, yeah, Robert Tepper, Rocky soundtrack. First of all, the Rocky 4 soundtrack is hugely successful. Okay, and on the top 5 singles, Survivor's Burning Heart, which Stallone personally commissioned for the film, and it reached number 2 on the Billboard. James Brown's Living in America, as well as Robert Tepper's lone top 40 hit, No Easy Way Out. It reached the top 10 on Billboard 200 as an album, quite possibly one of the greatest soundtrack albums of all time. Robert Tepper is an American songwriter, recording artist, and singer, best known for his hit song No Easy Way Out from Rocky 4. So Robert Tepper, known for this song from Rocky 4.
Dude,
I mean,
this is okay. No, you can't watch. Baby, better get that straight.
Yeah.
Some things are unbelievable.
How you give hands of faith. Dude, first of all, on Genius, he says in that first verse, he's like, No Easy Way Out was written about my first divorce. It is an end of a relationship song.
No, it's not.
And yes, it was the end. As far as the recording of it, Guy Marshall suggested that we start with an intro and break in from there. It's interesting in the fact that the song has a double intro. He gets away with it. Wow.
Oh, dude. Here's this. I don't mind waiting 40 seconds for.
Well, of course not. Because first of all, if you watch the video, it's an amazing video. Because dude,
this is such a great song. It's a breakup song. This is why it's also good.
Apparently.
This is people could relate to this.
Yeah.
But like, so when you're listening to this song, first of all, does this song, we've been saying it through all the songs.
Yeah.
Does this song get played at a bar?
No, because here's the reason why I'm going to say it. This is my reason. It's not anthemic enough like Burning Heart, right? Where like, but it's, I don't, you know what? I guess it depends on the time. You know what I mean?
It depends on the time and who's there.
This is a deep cut. Because like people know like the Burning Heart song or Hearts on Fire song, the Hearts on Fire song. Like,
yeah,
for Rocky 4, that's what you know. This song, this is a little deeper than the other one.
Yeah, but this is definitely a, you know, when I was a wrestler, we would listen to this like training. This is definitely like, I mean, I'm going to admit it, man. When I'm feeling down and I'm not, you know, didn't feel like that successful of this week and like, you know, trying to get myself like pumped up. Like, this is the song I put on. I'll put it on.
This song.
This is my favorite song of the Rocky 4 movie. Of all Rockies. Yeah.
Really?
Over Eye of the Tiger, over Burning Heart, over the other heart that he does.
Really? So over
Burning
Hearts on Fire?
Yes.
Wow.
This is my go-to song.
Wow.
Because we're not indestructible. Baby, better get that straight. How you fall into the hands of fate. And some things are worth fighting for.
I mean, I would
some
say
feelings never die.
You know
asking for another chance, Dan. I just want to know why. Yes.
There's no easy way out. But here's the thing about this song and this video.
What?
This video, when I watched the video and I was listening to it, I was like, oh, so in Rocky 4, they put a music video in the movie.
Yes.
Because all I was watching was like, oh, that's the scene from Rocky 4 after he leaves.
In the beginning.
All they did was show clips from all the other Rockies, Rocky 1, 2, 3, and what already happened. So
in the movie.
Yeah, he's replaying stuff that was already filmed in the movie, and he's seeing it as like clips from the film.
Oh yeah, it's great because
God.
I always said that Rocky 4 is such a great movie because there's a scene, and this is it. I always kept saying like there's a scene of a montage in a montage. So like you're seeing the montage of all the other movies, plus you're watching him drive. So it's the montage of him thinking about that there's no easy way out, and you're watching all the other movies. So this is a recap, right? So like basically if this was a Netflix show, it'd be like last episode of Rocky, and it shows you all this. And the best part, like what you just said, like we just saw some of the scenes, like this just happened.
This literally just happened, and he's seeing it in third person, like he's watching himself, like he's seeing himself inside a memory that literally just happened. Like you don't have that perspective, bro. Like you can't see yourself. And that's what the best part is. And I think what Rocky 4 gets away with better than any other film, and I know this is not a Rocky episode, but the door's been opened.
It's open. It's wide open, bro. And there's no easy way out of it.
Oh, he alone in a genius move gets away with putting 4 workout montages in one film by putting a montage inside of a montage in this part of the movie. He incepts everybody, and he's just like, they like this shit. I'm gonna make this the most training montage movie of all time, and it's not one's just gonna be clips, and then the rest of it, it's like.
Well, you didn't. Basically, it's like just in case you haven't seen the other movies or you wanted to refresh. Like, let me show you 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
me getting my tiger jacket. Remember when I beat Apollo and then me and Apollo were hugging on the beach? Yeah, I'm gonna show you that. Remember when me and Apollo were training in the gym? I'm gonna show you that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna perfectly match the new song to the training montage of Rocky 3, because that's all Eye of the Tiger shit.
Yes.
So he basically Stallone's like, all right, I need something that's going to be like Eye of the Tiger, so that when we're doing that foot, the
foot move, the foot dance,
footwork, right? The footwork, like the fighting foot with the footwork that he's teaching the college teacher, it goes with the song, and it does.
Oh, definitely.
This is the thing about Stallone. Everyone misunderstands how genius he is. Did he make a lot of bad movies? Of course. But when he made some great movies and amazing moves like this, I mean, you can't deny it, how great that is.
Dude, it's such a good movie. Like, fuck you, Steve, for saying that you don't think Rocky 4 is good. Dude, Rocky 4 is... I'm telling you, Rocky 4 fights for position 1 in my head all the time. And that's why I can't wait to test all this. I can't wait to have this massive Rocky review, because I can't wait to really figure out what I think at this moment is the best film of Rocky's.
I mean, let's just like understand that that Rocky 4 could have been a musical by itself. I know they did the Rocky musical on Broadway, but they messed up. See, they fucked up.
They did. What they did, Dan.
Because what they did was they focused on the least musical Rocky. What they needed to do is focus on the most musical Rocky, which is Rocky 4. Just do this and play these songs. Dude, and that's what you had to do.
I always wondered why.
Make it a rock opera.
Yeah. Dude, it could be a rock opera. The whole movie was a music video with some like skits in the middle of it. Sketches. Like that was the whole movie. That was the whole movie.
Yeah.
The movie is 3 and 5, and in the middle they just like put in a music video.
Yeah, they basically did, and they're like, shit, okay, we have to write a fifth one. And they were like, I'm still tired from Rocky Four. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do,
Yeah, can we do another montage?
but yeah, Steve, you gotta deal with the fact that Rocky Four is a great movie. Your opinion means nothing. Women knew. But I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say this song passes the nostalgia test. I mean, it's an unbelievable song from an unbelievable movie.
Bro, yeah, without question. Well, I cannot wait to watch this movie again. I mean, I watch this movie all the time, I think I've watched at least once a year. There
Yeah.
used to be, when I did have regular television, you always had the marathon. I
Oh yeah,
always loved doing the marathon, even though I had the DVD,
yeah.
like the compilation set before Balboa came out. I had it, and it was there. I played the video game. I made my dog, rest in peace, Rocky. Oh
Oh,
my God! After this character, I
yeah.
mean, come on,
I
come
mean,
on. There's nothing.
I mean,
Stop it!
here's the here's the thing.
Stop it!
I think we have to like people like especially Rocky. You know what's funny about Rocky Four? I was in Whole Foods the other day.
Nothing.
I was in Whole Foods the other day, and the James Brown song came on, "Living in America," and immediately, yeah, I was like, "Oh, Rocky Four, right?" I'm like, I remember, and the whole scene. I remember how like, and this is the genius again of Rocky Four. They play songs from beginning to end. There's no like
Whole song.
short. Yeah, so Living in America, they did the whole thing. It's a big production, and then spoiler alert, Apollo gets killed. So like they put on this like production, and it's like they kill his character.
Yeah,
now.
they could have easily cut that. But James Brown probably, first of all, James Brown being in that movie, he probably was like, you're not kicking me out. Like, I've seen like that movie that came out about him. Like, he was probably like, you putting me in this movie, I'm playing my whole song.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's it. You're not cutting it.
And why
Like,
would Stallone?
why would
Probably, like,
you?
of course. Like,
Yeah, let's do
Brown
this.
gives a shit.
You mean add another 5 minutes to my 20-hour movie? Sure.
Yeah, the movie. Don't worry, do
'Cause-
that because I'm gonna save the world in the end. I'm
Because,
gonna
dude,
stop
this
the Cold
this
War.
4 minute, yeah, he saves the world, and then has brain damage for the rest of his life. But like the spoiler alert, Rocky has brain damage. This song is 4 minutes and 24 seconds. The video
Mhm.
is in the movie. Like they just took the clip right out of
Yeah.
it. Like they're
Yeah,
just like they're like, should we do a video? I'm like, no, we did one. What do you mean?
We did
It's in the
one.
movie.
Yeah, we did one. You know
We
what's
got
so
it.
funny? Footloose. That song is 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Right?
Terrible.
Down,
Too
it was
long.
like it was like a lifetime.
Lifetime.
This song is 4 minutes and 20 something seconds, and I enjoyed every second of it.
And it could be even longer. I
Yeah,
could just in a loop
Yeah,
because there's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home. This song does not get a shortcut.
no,
Okay.
no, and I think you're right. You could play this. I think you should take this whole list and play every song at Lithology one day. Like, see what happens.
Oh, it's gonna happen, Dan. That's a challenge, and I'm gonna accept it. My next, I'm gonna tell everybody who's listening to this right now. If you come down and you mention at Nostalgia Test Podcast, and I'm behind the bar, you will get 15% off. I'm saying right now, I'm gonna be starting my Tuesday shift, and if you mention this podcast in this episode, you will get 15% off your bill.
Holy nostalgia.
Okay. But Dan, let's quickly go back before this tangent gets crazy.
Yeah,
People already know we're passing this thing, so they
Yeah.
probably checked out. But now that you said that this was also a divorce video, a movie, movie video. It's a divorce video. You can win. Listening to the lyrics,
Yeah.
crazy, because when he's like, he talks about being a prisoner in, like being a stranger in an old Maine town.
yeah,
Like, wow, I don't want to drag you down, but I'm feeling like a prisoner,
Yeah.
like a stranger in an old Maine town.
In a no-name town.
I see only angry faces. I could afraid that it could be you and me. Talking about what might have been. Thinking about what used to be. Wow. Dude, this guy was getting a divorce. That's torture.
And that's crazy that he wrote the song as a divorce song, and this song was used in a compilation to show like my friend was just murdered in front of me.
Murdered, and he's got to go fight and save the world of the Cold War.
I gotta go. How much you making for this? No money.
First of all, that was stupid on his part and Adrian's part. Why are you not making a little bit of money on this?
Well, yeah, because it screwed them in Rocky 5.
I know he could have made something. Come on, get that TikTok video out. His training. If TikTok was out when Rocky was out, his training videos. Who's gonna be being in a firelit cabin, lifting his wife and his two trainers?
That's what I mean. Rocky 4, the training montages at the end are amazing, and without getting too deep into it, which we've probably gotten too deep into Rocky 4 at this point, that he climbs a mountain in jeans and a leather jacket.
Okay. It's crazy. Also, did you notice that there's a shot of him fighting Spider Rico in this?
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, Manny. I mean, we just made it to the end. 1980s. I mean, I said it to you when we were making the list, and I'll tell it to the audience. Like, there's so many great songs from the 80s, from 80s movies that I feel like we could do like 5 more of these episodes. So if you like,
dude, the karate one.
Karate
yeah, man.
St. Elmo's Fire.
Back to the Future. There's so many great songs. Now that you said it, I was like, what is he talking about with lists? What is he talking about? Yeah, no, I agree. Guys, if you like this list, then give us another 5 and let us go on our tangents.
Everyone, hope you enjoyed this episode. Please tell us what you think of these 5 songs. You'll see the links in the show notes. Leave a comment, like the episode, and definitely subscribe to the podcast. We are trying to make sure that everyone gets to hear the podcast and can, gets access to the podcast and everyone hears about it. So liking the podcast and reviewing it definitely helps, and sharing it with someone that you think, loves one of these songs also would definitely help as well. And follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Nostalgia Test, on Twitter at Nostalgia Test. And you can always shoot us an email at thenostalgiatest@gmail.com and suggest a test there on the website as well. But Manny, no easy way out.
I got nothing to say, man. My breath has been taken away.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter at Nostalgia Test and on Instagram at The Nostalgia Test. Tune in next time, because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.